So, it was when I was 16. My mother just got her new Mercedes Benz. And we all wanted to go to the beach. Me, my father, my mother, and my brother. My brother's a little on the weird side. He had something wrong with him. It was almost like he was weird. And one day at the beach, I felt a tap on my shoulder. I turned around. The 6-foot tall man was standing right behind me with a knife in his hand. I didn't know what to do, so I screamed. My mother, my father, and this crazy old lady came storming out of the hotel, saw this man behind me, and thought it was a rapist, but it wasn't. It was my brother. And some guy he found on the side of the street. When they started running, they started following me. And we hid behind a barrel, behind the hotel. My brother was caught by the police, but the guy wasn't. And I heard a deep voice. It said, "I know you were there." As soon as I heard it, I stormed out behind the barrel. I found a 2x4 behind the trash can of the hotel and swung it. The guy went flying. The cops thought I was murdering him, as he died instantly. I went to jail as my mother went to bail me out of jail. I was sentenced to life. Didn't know what to do. My mother has suddenly passed away due to a suicide mission because I was put to death. Because all I did was swung my 2x4 at the creepy man. It was around September. My family just got their new plan to go out for Thanksgiving. It's Canada, so Thanksgiving is in September. It gets pretty cold in Canada. As my family was driving down the highway, I noticed something behind me. It was a dark shadow behind a streetlight. So my dad stopped, grabbed his pistol, and threatened the man with a bunch of nasty threats. The guy pulled a dagger on him. My dad was held down. As I grabbed his pistol and shot him, I was charged with murder. But I didn't care. I saved my dad's life. My parents bailed me out of jail. The story was all over the news, apparently. A kid charged with murder. Wasn't really good. That evening, after I got bailed out of jail, I was sentenced to parole, which everyone knows what parole is. In house arrest. It's stay in your house. If you leave your house, you're gonna get caught, and you're gonna get tracked down by the police. So I left my house to get the mail, and my soccer ball was kicked out of the window by my brother. Oh my gosh. As soon as my brother kicked the football out of the window, I went chasing after it. The cops showed up, put me in jail again. I was once again bailed, and the creepy guy who got shot, or I shot, was back. He was meaner. One night, he was outside my bedroom window. And I didn't notice, but he was holding a nice little present for me. And all of a sudden, my parents died instantly inside their own bed, drenched in blood. As soon as I saw this, I got freaked out. I wanted to kill the man again. Nothing came out. His records were all blank. Hope this man was caught, and I hope I never see him again. It was my choice as a 13-year-old boy to go out my way. So I punched this kid in the face. And we both, me and this kid named James, which I'm gonna call him in this video, got detention. And the next day, my mom took me to the school to get punished with detention. We saw this football player named Hendrix, a girl named Ashley, which she's pretty quiet for her age, me and James. We were all forced to do worksheets by this creepy, very creepy lunch lady. She was very creepy. Her nose had thin hairs on the end of her nose. She had acne all over her face. When she said, "Made me scarred for life," she said, "If any one of you comes out of this room, I will put you in the oven." Everyone was scared. James, the badass he came out of the room. She started up the oven. I told James to come back in. We were not supposed to be outside. He didn't listen. He ran to the lunchroom. The lunch lady had a pipe in her hand. She hit James on the head. Blood started spewing out. There was blood all over the walls. And what she said made me scarred. She said, "I'm gonna kill you next." When she said this, I had my own state of fear in my mind. I was not about to be dragged my own head. Ashley was the volunteer who came out of the room. The lunch lady found her, curled up in the ball. She took her pipe, raised it up in the air, and smacked her in the head. Blood started spewing out. When she did this, she saw me in the room working on my worksheet like I was supposed to, which I wasn't actually working on it. This badass football player named Jack, he came out of the room, and we had a plan. Me and him, we need to find the nearest exit. So we came to the exit. There's two exits. One in the front office and one in the back near the cafeteria. So we made the decision to go to the office, but the door was locked. Okay, we found that unusual, and we tried to go to the back room where the cafeteria is. This was kind of risky because she had cameras all over the place. She saw us on the cameras, and she said through the intercom announcements, "I see you. You cannot hide from me forever." I was scared. Me and Jack ran past the cafeteria to the back door, but we found it was chained. Jack was freaking out. He was punching on the glass, broke it, and thought of a perfect plan. But the lunch lady was on the other side of the hallway. And we didn't know what to do. She was on the other side of the hallway, which was pretty scary. She started running. She hit Jack with her pipe. Actually didn't hit him. She rammed him into the glass with her pipe. His head exploded. Blood started going everywhere. But when she came to me, she stopped. She didn't hit me on the head like she did the others. She took a 2x4 and hit me on the head. I knocked out of consciousness. I woke up in the lunchroom, tied up in a chair. The lunch lady came over to me and said, "Don't worry, you're gonna have your lunch." I was shocked, as there were 2 plates covered with napkins in front of me. When I saw this, I was instantly scared. The lunch ladies, the lunch lady, she cut off, she decapitated Jack, Ashley, and James' head. And the horrific scene of Jack with his head smashed in gave me scars for life. She made me eat it. She made me eat every single one's head, which was shaped into the sausage. But Jack's head was shaped into a ball. His nose was cut off. His ears were cut off. The only left was his mouth and his eyes. I started on his eyes. Oh gosh. I started gagging. She said, "If you don't eat this, I will kill you. I will decapitate you and I will put you in my oven." I was scared. I didn't know what to do. Next, which was save my life, I heard banging on the door. I heard glass shatter. The cops came in. They came in the lunchroom. They drew rocket launchers at her. The cop found that she was charged with murder and child pornography, as they found on her oven pictures of me, Jack, Ashley, and James, all in the room working on worksheets. We didn't notice her at the beginning, but let's hope she gets charged with death.